Pistol rounds on this map. TSM starting on the CT side. And they've gone for 5 players with Kevlar, and they've gone for a 5-man push in upper. Oh, it's the knife rounds, Dan.
Nice. Well, nice.
Marvelous. I did think it was kind of weird, I must say.
Going for a Virtus Pro kind of strat. I've actually seen it before, but like, Virtus Pro used to have this this eco round where they would run 5 people to the fountain there, and it kind of actually works because there's not many super wide choke points. Like, well, I guess you can't even necessarily call it a choke point. It kind of is, but you know, coming out of toilets into that playground kind of fountain area is a huge wide area. You can actually face with 5 guys at once there. You get this, and you can't say that for many places, in many openings in Counter-Strike. The 5 guys can stand there and shoot.
I'm guessing this is basically impossible to predict a result of this match, considering all the roster turbulence.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's basically usually with predictions, I guess the way that it usually works is you account for statistics, past performances, all this kind of stuff. Well, we have no statistics on Hellraisers. We have no past performances with this team, really. So they are a complete wild card. What we'll have to rely on is, I mean, I would say TSM will win. I'm going to hope that their fundamentals are going to be tight and that they're going to take this really easy and let Hellraisers make the mistakes and then exploit them. Okay,
so we have a normal pistol round after the shock of the knife round. Here from the CT side, 2 people push early A, and they've come back to B, and the rotation's coming in already. The entire Hellraisers team are here. Plays in short as well as the monster tunnel. And TSM just staying on their side of the water now and getting the frags of these USPs. Man advantage, bomb down on the sides as well. No smokes or any other devices for Hellraisers to run shenanigans with. Just Angel, Sticko, and Simple remaining.
Yeah, this is a pretty good situation for the TTs actually. Yeah, having everybody there, the bomb not planted yet. Just taking pokes, and Dupree will be the first to actually capitalize on those pokes. We'll actually push for a second. Now they can overwhelm the remainder, which was only Angel, going like full Italian there.
So one new thing here is the pistol round stats on each map from stage 2. As you can see, Fnatic had a 100% win rate on this map, as did Cloud9. Occasion B was the man with the plan. So Hellraisers on the back foot, going to go for the force buy here, and the entire team is headed towards connector and upper. 3 men, so they can trade. The bomb is in that position as well. Closing the distance quickly, and now they're clear. They will come up towards A. Dupree should get some sound cues here. Not sure if he's going to be able to escape. He's going to need teammates to cover him if he's going to get there in time. So Gucci goes down early, and Hellraisers continue to push towards A.
Yeah, not much damage done yet, just device down a little bit, but he's going to actually... Oh wow, Sticko! He's going to find 2 headshots. Dupree and Device are going to go down there, and actually, this is looking pretty painful for TSM, to be honest. Simple's alive with the Deagle, and...
Is it YouTube time, Dan?
It could very well be. We'll have to see. I mean, obviously he doesn't know where the players are, so that's really the big issue for Simple here.
Is he going for a fake? I think he's going for a double fake, actually, but the problem is the position of, I think that was Cajun B, actually. Yeah, top pistoler on this map. His position is going to give the game away. That let's see how much time does Simple have to play with. Like, it wouldn't make sense, I don't think, for him to go to T-spawn in this situation. So they should know what to expect. And indeed, Simnix holding the correct angle will have an easy frag onto Simple. There we go. 2-0 for TSM.
Yeah, it's it's going to be pretty annoying for TSM to have taken that much damage in that round. So to make it okay, they have to lose 0 players in this round. So Hellraisers, that's their objective essentially. Just go get some kills. They'll invest in a couple P250s, and Simple as always will get himself the Deagle. And you know, usually I would say that that's a pretty crazy investment. But since the buff to the hitboxes, which makes the Deagle better, and how good he is with it, it makes a lot of sense. But excellent spray down from TSM. I love how they're just going for it. They're not actually going to give much space or control of the map to Hellraisers to make some choices. They're just going to shut them down straight up. So again, a bit of a ballsy play, but it can be very strong. And some teams have been taking their CD anti-ecos on some maps in this way, and it generally seems to be quite effective these days. Angel, last one, give himself up, as Carrigan can claim the M4. So only 1 player down there for TSM. That's an acceptable loss. And as we can see, they're not too light on the money, but it could be a little bit better. Carrigan is going to be the richest player, or okay, he was at least, but around $3K there. So we want to see him on the AWP. Hopefully, you know, in a few rounds' time, because that's when things get really interesting and how TSM start to set up their CT side. But a bit of aggression from them as well. We'll see TSM just poking in towards the fountain area to see what the Ts are up to, and they will spot quite a few Ts there. So they now know that okay, this Hellraisers side this round they're going for essentially kind of a pick-based slow map control play towards the A side of the map.
So Hellraisers looking to play the trade game towards the A site. Got 2 in long and 2 in that party area. Looking to spoil the celebrations with those AK-47s. 3 CSM players currently towards A. Nobody peeking long just yet. We'll see how they deal with that as the clock continues to tick. Carrigan could see some shadow information. Ooh, not yet, but he will trade for his team regardless, and he's done a lot of damage onto Simple as well, and that will be vision of the bomb. We'll see how TSM react to it. Carrigan will go down to Simple, and out of push is going to come in fast here from Hellraisers. Device going down on the site as well, 2 versus 4 now.
The damage is really, really bad for TSM right now. 2 players there, Zivix getting tagged down, can't even do anything in that position, and now Cajun B is the only one left alive. And really in this position, he could definitely justify just trying to just get a few kills here. Even though, you know, saving the weapon has its value, at this point that you don't want Hellraisers to survive with 4 players. That is too much good economy for them. Oh, Angels.
Boom!
Straight away will take get down Cajun B. And what interestingly with Cajun B, he's the explosive player of TSM. He's a guy that can do, when he plays well, it's just absolutely out of his mind, can AWP anybody. And you know, the surprising thing that was, you know, at PGL, he had a really terrible tournament. It was Zipnix that saved the tournament for them, which is very uncharacteristic of TSM and maybe why they're doing so well.
Well, Hellraisers are putting TSM already in some financial turmoil here. You can see the CZ, P250, it's a very loud train, and the Mag 7 onto the TSM side. Quite curious as to how they will use the Mag 7 in this situation. I think Zipnix is playing short actually, just having a peek. Yeah, indeed he is, short B. So he might have a good time holding that down should he need to with that close quarters shotgun. But for now the bomb's been left in a passive position. Carrigan's going to get shot in the head again by Simple. And Hellraisers have 3-man presence towards long at the moment. He's pretty going to flash himself in. He's going to get both players with the flash, but can he get both frags? He's just coming out for the trade, and he will indeed find it. 3 versus 4. Oh, this could be a one-tap situation. Is Cajun B going to go for a quick flank, though? He's going to raise the alarm to his teammates. That B is secure for now with that advanced position.
So Device going to try to play with smokes, gambles it, and goes down straight away. This is really brutal from Hellraisers, and this is actually one of the ways how they actually managed to take such a strong result in the past Overpass encounter against TSM. Even though they had some different players, that T-side power where, you know, Simple is just hitting all the one-shots with that AK, it can just crush the economy. And TSM, this is a CT map. Even after the changes, they really need to get some bank going, and they've lost everything at this point. And now Oscar's picked himself up the AWP. So
what's worse to TSM is because they've only got $2,000 each, basically. Like, if they buy on the next round, their buy's still going to be crap. It's going to be a lot easier to break them than otherwise it might be. So Simple, just keeping long range for now. You never know what else is around that corner. Doesn't want to get caught short or give up a weapon. 4 AKs and the AWP. They'll need to make sure there's a player supporting that AWP as well in case Oscar gets caught in a sticky situation.
Yeah, Hellraisers playing it slow and safe. Nice spray from Angel there. The control there was perfect, and he'll claim himself a third as well. And yeah, Hellraisers just want to make sure that they don't give up a single weapon, and it's always good, of course, to keep all the edges alive. You can see Angel's making sure that nobody pushes the flank. And Carrigan is soon going to die. There it is.
Simple shot him in the head again there. I think we should keep a score how many times Simple shoots Carrigan in the head in this match. So you can see the limitations on their money, double FAMAS coming out. Getting reasonable nades though, so they've made a trade there. Going for full nades in the FAMAS as opposed to M4s and next to no nades.
The money on Hellraisers though is getting really ridiculous. They have 4 Molotovs as well, so really useful utility in removing the positions of the CTs, baiting them out of spots, trying to like force engagements that the CTs find unfavorable. And Hellraisers, you know, again playing it slow because they're actually making this call where they're saying, okay, you know, we're expecting TSM to feel a little bit desperate right now. But TSM, you know, it's very early days. I feel like they've got a lot of confidence in their game, their base setups, and they're a team that performs well in low economy. So this isn't the end for them, but it is definitely hard, especially because Hellraisers have so much individual skill in this team, with Oscar there as well.
Worth mentioning that 3 of the TSM players bought helmets and they've got no diffuse kit, and I'm sure one of them would have that extra $50 to buy a kit. Maybe they're not expecting to need one. Device being taken down, and Kucher is hunting other players. You can see Dupree there is in a position where he could get traded from the other side of toilets. He's going to force the aggression there, pick up an AK. He's done some good damage and it's given his team the man advantage, but there's still 4 seconds on the clock here. Although Hellraisers needs to go and retrieve the bomb. There's only 2 of them remaining, so I was wondering if they want to try and go for all the frags here, but they will retrieve the bomb. Sticko's going to get traded on the site, so it's Oscar with an AWP versus 2, and there is a lurker and connector.
KGB, this is really important that he doesn't die, and he will actually... I think Oscar spotted him as well. Yeah, he did, but very well done by KGB, falling back. Knows again, he cannot die in this position. And Carrigan as well, he knows he just has to make sure that Oscar just force him to plant, and then he should be able to win this round. Nice use of the smoke, but Carrigan still gets the frag and can pick up the AWP as well. So well handled round by TSM. I think the key factor there for them is the fact that they realize that, okay, we have to make sure that we can win some of these aim duels. Like, we can't really get away from the fact that we have to try to slow Hellraisers down. We can't give them free control of the map, because if they do, then Hellraisers are going to find a lot of, you know, free engagements, and that's not going to work out for TSM. And so I like the light pressure from them. I think it's a good response so far. I think if they just keep doing it, then they should be okay. They got to force Hellraisers to find an answer, and Hellraisers are going to probably keep up this picking-based play and see if they can try to exploit TSM with that, because it is their strength right now. They don't have a lot of coordination as a team, so they got to use that individual skill.
Hellraisers had the money in the bank for another strong buy. Got the lots of nades, lots of Molotovs actually. I'm curious as to how they will use those. Maybe a bit too early days to have a complete execute onto one of these sites here on Overpass. Angel though has been doing good work on short and has taken down KGB. That's a Molotov towards the barrel area, which is actually, well, I was going to say is baiting the CTs, but look at the position. Hellraisers have 3 people towards the slide area as that execute comes in. That will bring 3 TSM players onto the B bomb site, which would have been good for a fake, but Hellraisers were out of position to actually capitalize on it in either way.
This was nice by them. They got that initial pick and they're like, alright, let's just set up, let's go together now. He's forced them to just play 2 on the site. So here it comes, that B push. Now it's going to be down to just defense from TSM with 2 players, and it's not really happening for Zipnix, but Carrigan will get himself 2 frags. That's something that's actually going to make it into a 2-on-2 situation. So this is doable now for TSM on the rotation. But Simple's there in water. Doesn't find himself a fast shot, so again, hope is alive here for TSM, but Device, he needs to find something with this AWP. Dupree, the double D, is looking for that first kill.
Which is Mr. Headshot, and he won't get him on barrel area either. Simple's actually rotated all the way around, and it's coming in undetected. Very nice shoulder peek there, and he will take Device off the plant and off the map. Very nice play. And I can only assume Angel's probably going for a fake there, maybe trying to get all the nades out of the CT side when he was Molotoving the barrel earlier on, and maybe offering a double fake in fact after not capitalizing on that. So TSM once again on troublesome times, gone for the force, just pistols, a few grenades and armor for them to offer. They've got a fast 2-man push down long actually. We do see this from Na'Vi sometimes with Edward going down there. Just the 1 man going down, but on the force buy here, TSM may be going for something different. Got opportunities to trade as well. There is 1 player hiding behind the rock. Now Sticko's on a fact-finding mission. He's in the Arctic with the ice picks. But what is he going to find?
So well timing there for Dupree and Device, and they're going to find a good one. Oscar goes down. I think he had an AWP as well. Yeah, he did. So let's see if they can recover that. That is so brave. Oh my god, Dupree still alive somehow. I don't think he gets the AWP now, and he's going to actually escape. But can Sticko find the refrag in time? Yes, he will. That's the AWP down. Very important refrag from Sticko. Just take away that advantage. And in fact, pick up the AWP himself. So He is liking a bit of sniper action. And Simple is up to his usual shenanigans here. And this is something I think of importance for TSM. I don't think they can give away Suez in the future buy rounds. Of course, they forced it up here because they got completely reset, had like $1,400, so they had to double eco anyway. So forced buy, you might as well in that spot.
Quite smartly, Hellraisers have disposed of the AWP. They've thrown it out of the map, but the bomb is in trouble here. Creature's got to be careful. Angel's there just in time. Kerrigan was coming in through connector with the flank, and that's going to cause the rotation into... Oh, it's a fake, actually. They were suggesting they were going up to A, but they're going to go back down to B. Simple's going to get traded by KGB after killing Zipnix, but there's not much left here for either side, in fact. 2 versus 2, but he can't find a spray down. KGB is doing a great job baiting for his team here. Now it's just Device versus Tico. Device location unknown, running out of time, and TSM are going to win the round. What a mess.
That is so nice of TSM to get back in it straight away. I am really surprised that Hellraisers let the round drag out that long. They played it so cautiously. That's also a sign, you know, of a team that doesn't have as much experience together. You know, you handle this, like, you don't have all the drills, like all the experience of handling that situation, like just automatically knowing what everybody's going to do. So it just went a little bit too slowly, and now we have TSM in the spot where their buy is really weird. They're stuck on the CZ, a couple Famas out on TSM as well, so they don't have the better buy despite winning that round. Hellraisers, their back's starting to weaken, so TSM, what approach do they go with? It looks like it's a similar one as to the last round. Passive, light pressure. Oh, and again, this just keeps happening. Hellraisers are absolutely dominating on the individual duels early in the round. And then usually they set up from here a push. Last time it was a B split. TSM allow it, or they get aggressive here. We did have, I think, Device Day was peeking towards toilets to see if he could find a quick kill.
Boom.
This is brutal.
What if TSM lose this round, which is starting to look very likely? Angel not giving a damn there, will eventually go down, and that should be a gun retrieved indeed. Zipnix going to collect it. He's only got a CZ at the moment. So, 4 versus 3 with one yet to rotate. Bomb's gone down though on the A site. 30 seconds left for Hellraisers to try and clean this up. Too many angles for them to cover. They can't get anything done with this crossfire from the CTs. Now they've got a third man on the site as well. Oscar with Vigilio versus 3. Looking unwinnable. He's found himself 1 versus 1. Jumping around the corner. Presumably to avoid getting headshot, but it's hard to kill people when you're in the air.
Device and Kerrigan, that crossfire was really strong. I mean, winning those 2 1-on-1s, and then it just got too hard for Hellraisers. So 6-4, and Hellraisers' economy is finally broken. And once again, it's actually really funny because I feel like the strategy behind TSM is quite smart. The light pressure, where you don't give away everything, you kind of play passively a little bit, is good against what Hellraisers have, but they're just so good right now.
If Hellraisers won that round, I reckon they could have got 8. They could have got at least 8 on the T side. They should have won it, but here we go. Got to let go of the past. Some good damage done to TSM. Wow. And there's still 1 minute 15 on the clock here, but only Angel remains, and now he is no more.
You're right, actually. You know, like the situation where they should have won that round. Yeah, they should have done. They had a really good advantage going into the start. They had just a better weapons, more utility. They had everything they needed, which just really goes to show how horrible these positions. TSM look like they're losing the game for like the entire game. Apart from winning that pistol, every round has looked like a huge struggle. But they have a 7-4 scoreline, so that's actually not too bad at all, to be honest. That's kind of okay, and if you consider how bad the rounds have actually looked for them. So pretty impressive, honestly. And that's also goes to show TSM are a team that have good composure and team play, and it's what's been keeping them in this.
Look how far advanced TSM are now on this side, but is it a false sense of security because there is a lurker in the slide area, but Kucha's got a grenade out at the wrong time and Device is going to surprise him. The flank's coming in, only 3 Hellraisers players remain, so they've got the only significant map control they have is short B. And now they're going to have to spread thin because of this flank from Device. This
is smart by Device. He just needs to stay put here because his teammates already know, okay, they haven't pushed from short. There's not a huge amount of presence there. There's not a huge amount of presence on Monster either. So he just needs to not find the engagement. If he stays alive in this flank position, then there's nothing that Hellraisers can do in this round. And he knows it. There's the first chance Device just has to win this, and TSM are in a heavily favored position. The bomb is found as well. Oh, Device finds himself. Another kill. Angel goes down. And now it's down to Sticko to get some damage in. He's going to find a quick kill, but there's the trade. Love Device's play there. That was incredibly smart and shows such mindfulness of what his team are doing.
Maybe he is the best player in the world, Dan, after all.
He played that perfectly, and also you gotta also remember the cognizance that he had, like the game sense he had to check for the player that could be on the lurker position. And that just shows a good amount of map knowledge as well. So you know, because we expected maybe that guy in playground would actually find the kill there, but it was Device.
So, TSM now firmly in control of the first half of this match on Overpass. Hellraisers 4 rounds behind and 2 men down in round 13. This is an eco from the Hellraisers side. They've only got some Deagle's Tech 9. No armor to speak of. Even Simple doesn't have it. So, we cannot expect much. Can they make it to 9-6? Or will it be 11-4? Or somewhere in between?
I mean, I just have to just highlight how TSM are not doing anything special at all. They're just, again, relying on fundamentals and team play. And even in the really hard spots they've been in, they've managed to find some good results. And, well... Again, and something else to highlight is that they haven't changed their approach against Hellraisers, and that's so smart because, again, you don't need to do that. You can, because Hellraisers are overcompensating. You know, they can't hit the best shots in the world like every single round. Maybe they can do it for a game. It's possible, of course, but it also is not necessarily is going to last all the time. So you can try to outplay them when they do miss the shots, and that's what TSM have been exploiting as well. Well, big push here for TSM this time.
Indeed, they have significant deep control of long A, and again, somebody playing shenanigans around the smoke, so this is going to be bedlam. And I think with the new team for Hellraisers, it's going to be really hard for them to manage these kind of situations. Simple though is Simple, and he will take down Carrigan with another headshot. I
can't believe Carrigan pushed so far ahead of his team there. That was kind of crazy. But now he can go RTS mode, James. He's got 4 players to control.
Yeah, I can only imagine TSM are trying to go into overwhelming mode, where the plays are faster than the commands can come out for what is essentially a mixed team in the short term. The frag's going the way of Hellraisers now, so the change in style has not played off for TSM on this occasion. Zipnix is in a position to go for a fast flank of the Ts, but Sticko is waiting around in the playground area, so Zipnix may be taken out fairly soon.
But if he's looking for the kill on the bomber there, that's really a smart angle, because once he shoots that shot, that's KGB able to go up through the distraction, and KGB can find the engagement, but he burns alive. But again, beautiful display of team play there, KGB. He waits for his teammate to get the distraction with that really long-range shot, which could also kill the bomber and drop the bomb. And then in that scramble for the Ts, KGB comes up and gets a better, more favorable engagement with the element of surprise. So again, just the little things is what they are good at. But Hellraisers, they are pretty good as well at shooting dudes.
Device has picked up the AWP now in the last round of the first half. 2 silenced M4s, 2 loud and proud M4s for the CT side. We'll see if Oscar can make any more connections. Hasn't made many yet. Simple going down early in this round. But now Dupree's in a position he may be unable to escape. Pop flash coming in, and he might be to escape. Kuchis goes down. And he is still alive. Now Hellraisers are in a desperate situation, 5 versus 2. Only now does Dupree go down. Oscar left with 22 HP, and there's a follow-up grenade. Very nice play by TSM.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Oscar. He missed a lot of shots there, kind of uncharacteristic. And
I think he only had like 1 or 2 frags in the half.
Yeah, I mean, this is that, and it's kind of weird to see because he's a really good player. Like statistically, he usually does very well. He's a good fragger, and we've seen crazy stuff from him in the past. And again, like Hellraisers, one thing I always said about like if you want to analyze any FPS game, it comes down to 2 things. One is execution, and one is the theory, the decision making. You can always be consistent with decision making. Your execution is not always going to be perfect. You cannot always rely on that, and that's the advantage that TSM have. But Hellraisers, when they're on, man, they are scary. Let's see if they can hit some of these crazy shots now, because TSM are starting to barrel up toilets.
Yeah, TSM are very close to the site, and no one's down for either side yet. You can decide who that might favor. 8 of these 10 players have Kevlar at the moment. All the nades out for TSM, and the fuse get onto Kucha, but the frag's going the way of the T side, closing the distance. So the USPSs don't have the advantage they would normally have. Device and Dupree getting more frags. Angel tries to hold on for dear life, running out of bullets. Manages to reload versus 3. Needs more headshots, but that's going to be that for him. Zipnix to finish him off. It's an important first round for TSM here, extending their lead to 6.
So it's a cool situation for TSM. A lot of pressure alleviated. Because again, it's CT map. But typically, you know, Hellraisers, they would struggle more on the CT side because, you know, it's harder to exploit your aim, and you gotta. It's more about you know, what TSM were doing, you know, good team cohesion, good team decision making, and so on. So we'll see if Hellraisers can mitigate some of this with just some of their experienced players. That's a nice shot there from Oscar. He's gonna pick himself up a Mach 10. It is the weakest weapon that TSM had, and TSM is still waiting to make a decision. They got the bomb in the playground area with Dupree. Device is going to take down Angel, so he's opening up some space for the map for TSM on this map. But how are they going to decide to play off of it? Again, they are trying to allow Hellraisers to make that mistake first. It's an overwhelming advantage to make the decision easy. But Hellraisers are being a little bit tricky at the moment. Got a push coming in from... Which player is it over towards A-Long?
I think it's Stico.
Stico, yeah. It is indeed. And here he goes. He might get something with this.
I wonder if it's Stico.
Stico.
I feel like it's Stico.
Yeah, most likely, I guess.
Okay, so he does have the 5-7 from that range, though. He will probably, if not definitely, require 2 taps on these players. Zipnexto's taggable. Anyway, Stico is going elsewhere.
Oh no.
The remaining players, oh, okay, he realize what's going on, but now the range has extended, and he will fall.
The opportunity. That's very sad, isn't it? Stico. Stico. I don't know what to do, Jace.
I think Stico.
Stico.
Someone tweet us and tell us how we pronounce it.
Say it like Sean Connery.
And he was
Stico.
closer. That was quite impressive, actually.
Okay, so Device is going to find the counter there. So simple. I mean, it's actually worth him saving this Deagle into the next round. As we can see, he can be pretty good with it. Anyway, 12-5. Good situation for TSM, to say the least. They've burned that money, feeling some comfort. A lot of pressure has gone away from them, and you know, they can continue to play slow rounds. That's what I expect from them. You just want to get rid of the potential to be surprised, and then force some obscurity onto Hellraisers. So Hellraisers are in the spot where they're like, okay, we don't really know what's going on, so either we make a risky play to find out, or we just play defensively. And then TSM get more free map control, in which they can maybe find a pick. If they haven't, they can execute onto a site, whichever they find favorable. And they have a lot of plays to go. I think it was, you know, they beat Fnatic and Virtus Pro on this map on land. I mean, very recently. They are really solid on this map when it comes to both their T and CT sides. So there's a lot for us to be in awe of, I think, hopefully.
So, 7-round lead for the Danish side. Vice rocking the MP7. We get the early frag onto Angel. We'll be making good use of that moving accuracy, but there goes the MP7 into hands of Oscar. Not for long though, as everyone on the B-bomb site is dead, wearing Hellraiser's colours, leaving Stico to rotate from A. Their avatars almost look like a biker gang or something, like they have on the back of the jacket.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
It's quite cool.
By the way, big props to TSM for actually going for somewhat of a running execute there with the Molotovs, using those to clear out the dangerous spots with the pistoling players. So they had there, you know, what you see is TSM throwing in one of their anti-eco / anti-force buy strategies, a fast-paced one. It worked out against Hellraisers. Again, I think you highlighted this point earlier. It's hard for mixed teams to communicate, as well as teams that are used to playing and get together.
Under high pressure as well. High pressure, fast pressure. Real people, Dan. Real stress. By coming out for Hellraisers. Orp onto Oscar, so the Orp continues onto the player. I think Simple would probably be preferred on some more explosive style maps as opposed to Overpass, but we'll see. Again, TSM closing the distance towards A very quickly indeed. Oscar coming in from long, but he's got to be paranoid about his back. There's the first frag onto Device. Now he can run distraction for his team as they try to... I missed a shot, and that's going to be a missed opportunity as he gets taken down by Carrigan, 4 versus 4. 2 TSM players moving away from the site, but seems maybe they just want to show the bomb one more time, keep the CTs there as the rotation comes in from the 2 players in the lead here, Cajun B and Zipnex.
This shows a lot of the smarts of TSM as well, because again, they have this ability to make this call to say, alright guys, let's scratch that, let's pull back, we've actually taken a kill, let's see if we can get a split onto the other site now. And Zipnex actually opens it up, even though they lose Dupree on one side, Hellraisers still don't know for sure what's happening until they'll see the bomb. And you can see the rotation is slow, it's only 1 player to defend. TSM has outmaneuvered Hellraisers into favorable engagements where they have more players, better angles, and now it's up to Stico. once again with that AWP on the rotation. And they are not going to face. TSM have no need to face. They know where he's coming from. They hear him, and that's going to cue the peek and kill from Zipnik. So again, that round was beautifully played by TSM.
Yeah, Sticko is holding a nice angle on the stairs there, which is strong pre-plant, post-plant. If when they've escaped the site, it's fairly useless, unfortunately. It was a horrible situation for him to go for a retake, and it was always going to be hard not to get traded. 14-5, and look at this eco from Hellraisers. Sticko with Deagle Armor. Bit of a late buy coming in, actually. Oscar gonna grab a Deagle Armor as well. In fact, Dan, we've got a 5-man Deagle army here.
Pentadeek. Pentuplet of Deagles.
Pentuplets. I think Dan thinks it's an actual word as well.
Well, that's why I use it, James. Not some kind of a illiterate human being. I know words, and I can write. Read. Alright. Can Hellraisers point their Deagles at people? Let's see. We have a lot of TSM players who are still alive. They're all chilling at the moment. Again, trying to bait out some plays from... Nice timing found by Oscar there. He's going to pick off the device. That's pretty awesome. Fortunately, though, he knows that it's a little bit too risky to go for that weapon. I don't think he's going to try. Oh, Angel taking one to the brain. And now it's going to be a 3 versus 4. Oscar is looming, though. And oh, no.
Ooh.
The opportunity was there, but not fast enough.
Well, all the damage there, that point onwards, would be trivial for Hellraisers, but no more damage was done to the TSM economy, so 10-round lead now. Hellraisers' margin for error has disappeared, annihilated itself. Double AWPs coming out now. Simple, gone for the last-ditch effort here to wreck the TSM squad.
Yeah, this game has turned quite significantly from the early first half struggles, but the double AWP could be the salvation here for Hellraisers. We already know how good Simple is with this thing, and Oscar, he's been missing some shots, I gotta say. He hasn't been showing us the best game as he did previously when we watched him on FACEIT TV, but he is of course new into the lineup as well.
Worth noting that I believe both players are on trial for now.
Okay.
So you do wonder if that means that the other two are under contract.
You mean Sticko and Oscar?
Sticko and Oscar, excuse me, yeah, they are on trial, so yeah, I do wonder if Adren and Mo are still under contract for now until Hellraisers are satisfied with the new squad. But here we go. Trades coming in now, slowly but surely. How much more can Simple do for his team? Still a lurker towards them, which I don't know if Sticko just saw. Doesn't look like he does, as the rotation's coming in from the CTs. And the flank continues from Device. But Device is getting so close that this might mean a rotation from TSM. Look at the position of the bomb.
That is
basically
amazing.
in T-spawn.
They basically allowed Device to get forward position for free. Oh, gets the shot with the Deagle right at the last possible moment onto Sticko. And that's now Oscar who has to rotate in around to find the shot. But it's now a TSM lineup that are darting towards the bomb site for their final attack, the final sweep. Oscar in a position by Bank though as Dupree goes for the lurk in B. And the bomb goes down. Cajun B forward position by Optimus. Here comes Kucha. Find much with that M4. He goes down, in fact. This is looking amazing for TSM.
Double AWP retake versus 4 players is never going to be what you want. Simple has so much to do now. They just need to avoid giving the 1v1s because this is what he does. You're in a crossfire situation and Device will have the angle and the round and the game and a match.